In a sense, therefore, as a final question, if you and I were to talk a month from now, do you believe that the war would still be on? Neither of us are military experts in that sense. We don't know what the capacity of Iran is to hold out. Iran is obviously trying to expand the theater of war to bring in other Gulf nations. As you mentioned, those Gulf nations also stand presumably cruelly exposed today. In a sense, their defenses have also got exposed. So a month from now, do you believe we will still be at war?
So not just Gulf nations, Rashid. There's reporting that South Korea is losing some of its American munitions and protection that's being diverted to the Gulf. Gulf countries are seeing that America only cares about Israel. Its other allies ultimately will always be sacrificed at the altar of Israel. That's become very clear. Will it continue a month from now? I think, look, first of all, let's not underestimate the Iranian regime's tolerance of attack and bloodshed. This is a country that took 10 years of beating by Saddam Hussein, backed by the United States and France and other countries at the time. They lost 1 million people, including many to chemical attacks, from Saddam Hussein's army. This is a country whose religious leadership, as Marco Rubio pointed out, is a Shia clerical leadership which venerates martyrdom, which, sees martyrdom as the ultimate goal. Khamenei became a martyr. They made Khamenei a martyr. They gave him what he wanted. So I think they have quite a long tolerance, actually, for enduring bombs and bullets and attacks from America and Israel, especially if they carry on hitting back as they are now. Whether that lasts a month, 6 months, a year, let me just say this, Rashdeep. One thing I've learned, unfortunately, from my 46 years on this planet, watching wars like Iraq and Afghanistan, is there's a long tail to this stuff. You don't know when it's over. The West doesn't get to decide when wars are over. George Bush stood on an aircraft carrier and said, mission accomplished in May of 2003, just a couple of months after toppling Saddam. We know what happened in Iraq for that decade and a half later. We know what happened in Afghanistan. 20 years later, the Taliban was back in office. Some of our opponents, especially in the Middle East, they think in terms of decades. Unfortunately, the US political media class thinks in terms of weeks, and that is the real disconnect.